Kowalski.
One of the most difficult jobs at any racetrack obviously would be that of the racing announcer. Don't believe me? Watch this.
Smelly is flying on the front end. Will Lacey now picked up the scent of Smelly, and he's second, 2.5 off the leader, Smelly. Smelly's got plenty left for the straightaway. They come for the final 8th mile. Smelly has a lead. Then JR's Horizon and Flying Feet. Oh, the sweet, sweet Smelly of success.
Bursting through, Pinocchio. Pinocchio puts that nose in front.
Then there's a gap of 3 to Dola Hika Makarakadola, and then it's Dika Haka Makarakadola, and the trailer is Dola Rolla Rolla Rakadaka Molahola.
Keeping that in mind, we hope you enjoyed those little clips. Last season, our Carmen Thomas decided she would take a chance and call a race and went up to visit local track announcer Dan Jukic. This is what happened last year.
Hi, Carmen.
Hey, Dan.
Are you ready to try and call a race?
I'm ready.
Are
Let's
you sure
go.
you got all the horses down?
Any last words of advice?
Just take a look at the horses when they go into the gate. Try and correlate the numbers to the colors that the jockeys are wearing. But you're going to have a little tough time in this one because we got an entry in here. And with an entry, they don't start out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to be staggered in that gate. So, Carmen, there's the binoculars.
Okay.
There's your program.
Thank you.
We'll get you a headset.
See here. Okay, they're in the starting gate. And there they go. The horses are out of the starting gate now. They're going pretty fast there. Looks like early lead would be the one that Nikki's on. Got that kind of pinkish silk going on there. I think that is. Just a second, I just need to look at the program here for a second. Caledonia Road is in the front there, and then second is Pedro. Yeah, Pedro. Nihilator is second. Okay, they are already through that first turn there. And yeah, the third and the fourth horses, they're kind of close. I can't actually see. Yeah, sorry, the early trailer is okay, that's Lord Samurai. Okay, the race is over. Good job, Lord Samurai. Woo!
After that session with Dan Jukic last season, Carmen vowed that she would come back stronger than ever. This year, she went back on the roof, and let's see how she did.
Hello?
I'm back, Dan.
Oh, no!
No, I swear, Dan, this time I'm going to do a really good job calling a race.
All right, then you get one more chance.
Okay, let's
All
go.
right.
They're loading for the first race at Hastings Racecourse. This is 6.5 furlongs for 3-year-old fillies. It's a 6-horse field. And they're at the post. There they go. Joe Leather quick at the break. Free Society drives up on the outside to challenge. Kate Kativa in third, angling towards the inside, Miss Nosy Rosie, followed by Mucha Muchacha and Magnetically. Under the line for the first time, it's Joe Leather showing the way by 3/4 of a length. On the outside, Free Society second by a length and a corner. Miss Nosy Rosie and Kate Kativa together, a length and a half back now, Mucha Muchacha and Magnetically. Went through the opening quarter in 22-1. As they turn towards the back stretch quickly, Joe Leather has opened up to a 4-length lead. Free Society now being passed by Kate Kativa, and to her inside, Miss Nosy Rosie, followed by Magnetically and Mucha Muchacha. They've passed the 5/16 marker, the half in 45-4. And Joe Leather now by 2. It's Kate Kativa in second. Miss Nosy Rosie, Magnetically, Mucha Muchacha still got about 6 to make up, and Free Society. As they get set to turn for home, it's Joe Leather by a length and a half. Kate Kativa, Magnetically, and Mucha Muchacha on the extreme outside. Miss Nosy Rosie at the rail. Joe Leather is driving, Kay Kativa, and here's Mucha Muchacha going right on by. It'll be Mucha Muchacha to score, Kay Kativa second, tight boat over third, magnetically and up the rail, Joe Leather.
Today in our memory lane portion of the program, we're traveling back in time quite a few years. We're taking you out I-5 to Washington State. You're going to be at the old Long Acres Racetrack near Seattle. The horse you'll be watching will be Wonderkind, trained by Dave Forster. The race is the British Columbia Handicap once again. 1983. After the race, we'll get you caught up with what has happened to Wonderkind.
Memory Lane is brought to you by the Sport of Kings website, your window into the internet world of horse racing.
There, out of the turn into the stretch, Musical Boy has the lead, Wonderkind in second. Kai Alta is third, Lord Advocate is fourth, then it is Native Chic. And down the stretch, Wonderkind and Musical Boy. Now those two are neck and neck. Wonderkind on the outside and Musical Boy. It's Wonderkind.
Wonderkind was a really good racehorse, Tom. Very, very good racehorse. Probably the best I've ever had. Wonderkind died about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Died of throat cancer, believe it or not. He was, I think, 17 or 18 years old. One of the smartest and kindest horses I've ever run.
Don't go away. The Sport of Kings. We'll be right back.
Budweiser Friday Night Racing all summer long at Hastings Racecourse. First race, 6:55. Live racing also Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays at 1:25. Simulcasting from around the world, 7 days a week. Hastings Racecourse, excitement, bet on it.
Looking for the right stallion to maximize your broodmare's potential? Then popular Northwest Stakes winner, named for Norm, is the stallion to build your dreams on. His outstanding race record includes winning the $100,000 Joe Gothstein Futurity and setting a mile track record at Emerald Downs. For more information, visit the NEI website or call 604-240-3192.
Fraser Downs Racetrack and Casino is home to live harness racing from September to mid-May. Watch and wager on simulcast horse racing from around the world 7 days a week. Visit the casino and play one of the 420 machines, including touch bet roulette and electronic blackjack. Watch for on-track and casino promotions from handicapping contests to breakfast specials. Fraser Downs Racetrack and Casino, your Fraser Valley entertainment destination.
Now to get you up to date with all the happenings in and around the track, let's saddle up with our own Tyron Thomas.
Hastings Racecourse's leading apprentice jockey Justin Stein made his riding debut in Woodbine last week. Stein picked up mounts last Wednesday and Thursday, and it wasn't long before he had a win. I caught up with Stein this week to ask him about the trip and how it felt to win at Woodbine.
It's a good experience, trying a new track and trying the mile track out. It's a lot more open, you have a lot more time to sit and wait, and you don't have to rush into the first turn, so it's a good experience.
This was also the chance to set the record straight on whether or not Stein plans on leaving Hastings permanently to ride at Woodbine.
I don't really have any plans, and if I do, I'm not sure when it would be. Maybe next year, or maybe at the end of this season. Coming up tomorrow is the richest stakes race in the Northwest, coming from Emerald Downs in Seattle. It's the $250,000 Long Acres Mile. This race has drawn horse nominations from all over, including California, Washington, and there are even a few local horses nominated. Recent BC Cup Classic winner Roscoe Pito is one of the potential local runners, as well as Quiet Cash. Also running tomorrow at Emerald Downs is the $100,000 Emerald Breeders' Cup Distaff. Once again, local horses are taking part in this race. Trainer Dave Forster has two horses slated to run. That's Socorro County and Summer Symphony. As you may recall, Summer Symphony was last year's BC Breeders' Cup Oaks winner. And don't forget, racing fans, you don't have to travel to Seattle to watch these races live. They will be simulcast here, and you can also bet directly into U.S. pools for these races. That's because Emerald Downs is now one of the tracks that Hastings has commingling partnership with. Recently, adjustments were made to the track surface here at Hastings Racecourse.
Metamucil was added to work as a stabilizing powder, binding together the water, dirt, sand, and fiber which make up the track surface. This will make for a safer track as horses can get a better grip while they run. There's a new food voucher program at Hastings eligible to all grooms and hot walkers. The program is available through the Winners Foundation. I spoke with Program Director Joe Gray earlier this week and asked him what the program is all about.
Well, the voucher program was started by HEI and the Winners Foundation got together, and it's for the lower income people on the backside. They get an extra 33% off their meals, and it's just a great thing for the low income people on the backside.
Racing fans may have noticed an addition to the racing program. Now in the center of each program is a section called Program Basics. Great Canadian Gaming Corporation and Hastings Racecourse have added this section to make the program user-friendly. It covers all the program basics from where you'd find the horse's name to reading past performances. And don't forget that the annual yearling and mix sale is coming up in a few short weeks. The sale begins with the CTHS Yearling Parade on Monday, September 12th. This is also the day you can purchase broodmares or weanlings. Then the yearling sale takes place the following day, September 13th at noon. I'm Carmen Thomas, and now you're back on track.
Perhaps one of the most controversial subjects when it comes to the sport of horse racing obviously would be weight. Horses carrying weight. There's an old adage that too much weight can stop a train. The piece you're about to watch features the legendary horse from the 50s, one of the best turf horses ever to race. That would be Round Table. During his career, Round Table carried weight of over 130 pounds 25 times and won most of those races. Once again, he was voted the best grass horse ever in the sport of thoroughbred racing. Let's take a look at this remarkable feature produced by the late racing historian Joe Burnham, narrated by LA disc jockey Pete Smith. You've asked for features like this, we're giving it to you.
Probably one of the soundest, toughest colts in history, Round Table had a complete symmetry and absolute lack of blemish. He raced in the colors of Travis Kerr, running at 10 different tracks at age 3 alone. He had been purchased at 3 from A.B. Hancock of Claiborne Farm in Kentucky, where Round Table was foaled, being by Prince Quillo from Knight's Daughter. After a very successful year at 3, Round Table carried top weight of 130 pounds in the next year's Santa Anita Handicap.
By 3 lengths and Porterhouse into the stretch. It's Round Table by a head. Terang is second, driving hard. Antonine is third. Porterhouse is fourth. It's Round Table driving hard. And Terang. It's Round Table and Terang. Round Table in front by 3/4 of a length and coming away. They come down the line for this Round Table winning it. Going away by 2 lengths. Terang is second, 3 lengths. Porterhouse is third.
Moving across town to Hollywood Park, Round Table, number 3, with his regular rider, Bill Shoemaker up, was assigned 132 pounds in the Argonaut Handicap. So incensed was owner Kerr at this heavy impose so early in the season that, although Round Table was allowed to run this day, he never again competed at Hollywood Park. He was meeting tough, seasoned horses over a track which favored speed, and this race indicates how weight can affect even a great thoroughbred.
They're off and running. At the start of Shawneen breaking.
Going past the stands the first time, it is apparent that Shoemaker is content to play the waiting game. He notes that How Now, Shawneen, and Terang all are showing early speed and setting a fast pace. He lets them go and settles for 5th. If Shoe forces Round Table at this point, he will lose precious ground going wide around the turn.
Round Table is 5th by a length and
Showing extreme confidence in his mount, Shoemaker holds Round Table in 5th position going down the backstretch. He's saving him at every pole, knowing that with 132 pounds up, he cannot ask for more than one big run from his horse. Heading into the far turn, Shoemaker sees that the time is now to go after the leaders. He takes Round Table to the outside of Like Magic. Then, still saving ground, he moves past Terang on the inside.
by a length and a half. Terang is next and Round Table.
He must now decide whether to go inside of the 2 leaders or play it safe and go around them for the drive. How Now shows he still has plenty of run and won't give up that rail. So Shoemaker heads Round Table to the outside and starts his final drive for home.
And now it's Round Table and How Now. They're coming down to the wire. Round Table, but How Now holding on gamely. It's going to be close, and we will call it Round Table winning it by a nose.
He won, but just barely. Round Table was the best grass horse of his time, and maybe of all time. Horse of the Year in 1958, he was grass champion 3 years in a row. Some of his races were simply amazing. In the 1958 Lawrence Armour at Arlington Park in Chicago, Round Table was boxed and blocked almost all the way behind Aisha, Clem, and Hoop Band. Into the stretch, Bill Hartack found room and set sail after Clem. Round Table carried 130 pounds this day to 110 assigned to Clem. It looked impossible, but Hartack laid his silken nose on the finish line at the last possible moment.
And Marat, Era going to the lead, followed by Round Table, Wiggle, Terrain, Jacket, Anxious Moment.
In the 1959 Arlington Handicap, Round Table, number 1, was the defending champion, having won in 1958 with 130 pounds. This year, he carried 132 and faced 1957 winner Manassas, who carried but 112. Bill Shoemaker rode.
Here they come. That's Round Table leading by the length and a half. Manassas is second on the rail. New Written closing round third in Anxious Moment. That's Round Table on the rail. Manassas on the outside. New Written. They come to the wire. Round Table wins by a neck. Manassas for second. New Written.
Round Table won 14 of 16 starts on grass in an era of few grass courses and large competitive fields. He carried 130 pounds or more on 25 occasions and established or equaled 16 world, American, or track records. He retired as leading money earner and kept that title until surpassed by the great gelding Kelso. A.B. Hancock was acutely aware of Round Table's classic pedigree when he sold him for $175,000. That sale at Hialeah early in 1957 carried an agreement that the colt would return to Claiborne Farm to stand at stud when his racing days were over. Round Table lived a long, productive life in the bluegrass, siring more than 80 stakes winners, surrounded by friends and admirers.
Hey, horse racing fans, did you miss this year's BC Cup? All the racing excitement and behind-the-scenes action can be yours. You can purchase a copy of the Sport of King BC Cup Special. It's easy to do. Can be ordered on the Sport of Kings TV website. Don't go away. The Sport of Kings. We'll be right back. Tommy Walski's Sport of Kings is brought to you in part by Equine Insurance Underwriters, serving the horse racing industry for all their insurance needs since 1980. Call Equine Insurance Underwriters at 293-1531.
Your dream home may be closer than you think. With a little imagination and some help from the good people at Tip Top Carpet One. With the fine quality flooring products for every need and expert service and advice, let Tip Top Carpet One complete your vision. Tip Top Carpet One, fulfilling dreams from the ground floor up. Hi. Give us a call in Abbotsford or Langley.
Budweiser Friday Night Racing all summer long at Hastings Racecourse. First race, 6:55. Live racing also Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays at 1:25. Simulcasting from around the world, 7 days a week. Hastings Racecourse, excitement, bet on it.
On our race of the week today, we're featuring 3-year-olds who are competing in the $40,000 Langley Stakes. They'll be run at the distance of 1 mile and 16ths. A couple of these horses are hoping to be ready for the September BC Derby. Let's go visit the athletes now.
Today's Race of the Week brings together some of the best 3-year-olds at Hastings in the Langley Stakes. They'll be going 1 1/16. They'll be going for a purse of $40,000. Spaghetti Mouse is owned by Mr. and Mrs. Nick Felicella. Spaghetti Mouse drives the rail today. She'll be close to the lead from the start.
Care a little about who you have in the Langley?
Spaghetti Mouse. Yeah, he's still learning. The horse seems to be on his game, and we look forward to running him again.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Timely Brush is owned by Ross McLeod. Timely Brush is a Florida bred who has won sprinting here at Hastings, but has yet to take a distance here.
He's coming into the race real good right now, Tom. You know, we're just, we think he's got, you know, some ability, and we're just going to take a shot in the dark here with him.
Appearance Fee is owned by Thomas Bell. Appearance Fee is a Kentucky bred, making his first start at Hastings.
Who you got in the Langley?
Appearance Fee. We picked him up out of Southern California with Tom Bell, and is a horse that we watched for a little while.
Pamjet is owned by John Hanson and Cheap Charlie Stable. Pamjet is a New York bred that has had success going a distance at Hastings, but today's field will certainly be a test.
I have Pamjet in this race, a horse that we claimed. We had originally looked at him in the sale when they had brought the horses up for the sale, and we were one of the underbidders, so when he dropped in for 15, we thought he'd be worth taking.
Lone Link is owned by Lone Pine Limited. Lone Link picks up the hot apprentice jockey, but will need a big effort to win today.
Well, we've got Lone Link, and he's just an up-and-comer. We don't know if he's just caliber or not, but he ran third in a stake on, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and he impressed us a bit.
He's So Regal is owned by Jeffrey Sangera. He's So Regal is a strong route horse. He's picked up a savvy stakes rider in Fuentes, and he'll be tough to beat today.
We've got He's So Regal. We bought him about a month and a half ago from Richard Yates for Jeff Sangera, and it's he's a working project.
Tommy's Topper is owned by KK Sangera. Tommy's Topper is well-traveled this year and is making his Hastings debut today.
I've got Tommy's Topper, and I expect him to run big.
And now, let's enjoy some of the best 3-year-olds going head-to-head. Let's enjoy the Langley Stakes.
Here they go. Field of 7 3-year-olds sent underway in the Langley. Spaghetti Mouse from the inside. Appearance Fee. Tommy's Topper hustled hard on the outside. Lone Link in 4th. Pamjet is 5th. He's So Regal. And Timely Brush is the early trailer. They're on the turn. Spaghetti Mouse has the lead from the rail now by a half. On the outside, Tommy's Topper is second by 2.5. It's Appearance Fee in third by 3. Lone Link, Pamjet at the rail. He's So Regal 6th on the outside. And the trailer, Timely Brush, he's 10 from the lead. The opening quarter, a lively 23-2 as they head to the clubhouse turn. Spaghetti Mouse from the rail, still with the lead by a neck. Tommy's Topper on the outside is second by 2.5. It's Appearance Fee in third now by 4. Lone Link, Pamjet at the rail. He's So Regal and Timely Brush. As they turn for the back stretch, a half, 46-2. And Spaghetti Mouse continues to lead it with Tommy's Topper still right there on the outside. 3 lengths back, Appearance Fee. Big break of 5 to He's So Regal. Pamjet, Lone Link. And now moving up on the outside is Timely Brush. They've reached the far turn. 6 furlongs, 1:11 and 2. And from between runners now, Tommy's Topper by a head. Spaghetti Mouse, Appearance Fee, ranging up on the outside. He's So Regal is also closing ground, and Timely Brush has a turn for home. It's Appearance Fee, now with the lead by a length and a half. On the outside, Timely Brush, He's So Regal. Tommy's Topper at the rail. Appearance Fee, He's So Regal. Appearance Fee to score in the Langley. He's So Regal second. Timely Brush third.
Jake, a little about the race.
This horse was a lot more aggressive than I thought, so at the first stages, you know, but I thought he'd coming off them mile tracks. He may have thought he was sprinting, because that's where they line up to sprint, down on the mile tracks. He's awful aggressive the first part of it, but he finally dropped back off the bit and relaxed beautiful, and when I called on him, he came.
That was awesome. Absolutely incredible. I mean, we knew there was something special about this horse, but you never can tell how they run on the smaller surface here, but I was very impressed with that run.
Looking forward to the BC Derby?
Well, as I said before, if he deserves to be there, we're going to put him in. And if he stays healthy and And, you know, I think you might see him there.
Time now for Sport of Kings trivia. And here is today's trivia question. Which horse has won the most stakes races at Exhibition and/or Hastings Park? We'll have the answer in just a moment. Tommy Walski's Sport of Kings is brought to you in part by Equine Insurance Underwriters, serving the horse racing industry for all their insurance needs since 1980. Call Equine Insurance Underwriters at 293-1531.
Budweiser Friday Night Racing all summer long at Hastings Racecourse. First race, 6:55. Live racing also Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays at 1:25. Simulcasting from around the world, 7 days a week. Hastings Racecourse, excitement, bet on it.
Time now for the answer to today's trivia question. John Frank's Queen of Exhibition Park, Delta Colleen, had 18 winners at the track.
If you ever wondered how much Lady Luck plays in the winning of a horse race, we're about to show you on our Vancouver Province Salute to the Champions. This setup goes like this. The year's 1990 year of Belmont Park Racetrack in New York. The race you're about to watch is the Breeders' Cup Sprint. It's worth $1 million. In this race, now here's the hook to the race. At the finish line, pay particular attention to Safely Kept and De Jure, especially De Jure, as right at the finish line, he does something strange that does cost his owners $1 million. Let's turn the microphone over to Tom Durkin.
The Salute to the Champions is brought to you by the Province Sports, where you can read racing columnist Tommy Walski every week. The Province Sports and Tommy Walski, it all starts here.
And they're off. And Safely Kept goes right to the lead. The filly champion quickly opens up here by 2 lengths. And on the far outside, De Jure is right there, and Glitterman is also mixing it up. De Jure mixing it up now with his American rivals. Carson City is up close to the pace. He's running along in 4th position. Potentiality is 5th. Dargai is now racing in 6th position. Mr. Nickerson has fallen. We have a spill on the turn. Shaker Knit went down, and Mr. Nickerson also down on the track. Spill on the far turn, and now the field moving toward the top of the stretch. It's De Jure fighting it out with last year's champion, Safely Kept. The English champion now has taken a short lead as they come to the top of the stretch. Safely Kept is right there in behind them. Glitterman is now running along in 3rd. Black Tie Affair sweeps to the outside. Then Prospectors Gamble and Carson City. They hooked up at the start. They're still going at it. Safely Kept on the inside. Brave down to the final furlong. On the outside, De Jure, and neither giving way. A dramatic confrontation here as they come down to the final 16th. And it is De Jure who forges to the front. Safely Kept coming back at him. And De Jure took a bad step 10 feet from the wire. And Safely Kept comes on to snatch the victory in the final stride.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Sport of Kings. Once again, on behalf of all of us, we would like to say thank you for allowing us to be your #1 television program when it comes to horse racing right here in British Columbia. One thing to leave you with, tomorrow, Long Acres Mile can be seen and wagered on right here at Hastings Racecourse, Fraser Downs. I'm Tommy Walski. Remember, keep them straight or you know what's going to happen. We are going to get you on that final turn.